This is the Phil Taylor Jones Show, and we're happy to have you with us on this little excursion into the minds of the insane, the crazy, the goofballs, the people that are doing crazy, heinous things or just plain stupid things in our world today. I'm Phil Taylor Jones, your host, and let's try to look into the minds of these nuts as we go on along on this journey. Seems like Germany is really getting pummeled this week. There have been 4 attacks upon Germany, different parts of the country, and 3 of them carried out by these immigrants from Syria that they're so crazy about and that they must have in their country. As I said so many times before, Angela Merkel, you've screwed up your country and you put your citizens in major jeopardy. There was the shooting that took place in Munich a few days back. Then there was a 27-year-old who authorities have not yet identified. He brought a backpack just loaded with bombs and explosives and shrapnel, and after being refused entry into a nearby Bavarian festival because he didn't have a ticket, a smart guy, he brings all the bombs and stuff, didn't buy a ticket. He goes down the street and cuts loose somewhere else, killing numerous people. And ISIS has claimed that. Then there was a 17-year-old Afghan asylum seeker who injured 5 with an axe before the police got him and took him out. It's just crazy. On Sunday, a Syrian man killed a woman with a knife in the southwestern city of Reutlingen before being captured by police. And now they say that he wasn't linked to terrorism, but I don't care. You know, these people are very lax in who they want to label as terrorists. If they're over there doing crazy stuff, or they're over here, or anywhere they are, it's terrorism, as far as I'm concerned. Now, this 18-year-old son of an Iranian asylum seeker went on a rampage Friday night at a Munich mall, killing 9 and wounding dozens. And authorities say he was undergoing psychological treatment and had no known links to terrorism. I believe that like I believe tomorrow's Christmas. But all over the world, people are going nuts with this terrorism stuff, and they're killing people and injuring people and just, you know, screwing up countries, screwing up the lifestyle of the country because stupid politicians refuse to leave them in their own countries. Now, we know of the shooting that took place down in Florida some weeks ago at Club Pulse. Well, it's happened again. Not at Club Pulse. This took place in Fort Myers. The stuff is all over the world. It's just nuts. There are 2 dead and more than a dozen wounded after a teen event. Now, here's something that just totally blew me away. Let me just get you the real good stuff here first. At least 2 people were killed and more than a dozen others injured after a shooting outside a Florida nightclub hosting an event for teens. Gunfire rang out just as family members were picking up their kids from Club Blue in Fort Myers, where the no ID required party had just finished. Now here's the kicker. Victims as young as 12, according to authorities. The 2 victims who died were later identified by Fort Myers police Monday morning as Stefan Strouder, 18, and Sean Archiles, 14. Okay. People go out to nightclubs, this is true. But I'm just trying to wrap my head around the fact of what self-respecting parent would allow a 12-year-old to go to a party after hours. I mean, come on. This is lunacy. What were those parents thinking? And, these kids all shot up and injured. It would seem to me that this kind of clubbing is not something that you'd want to do. I don't know what the reason was. They're still investigating it. But it just doesn't sit right to have children that young going out to parties. When they get 16, 17, 18 years old, okay, if that's what you want to do, you do it. But these are babies. And, the parents weren't using good judgment in my estimation. I mean, the news pops so fast, we can hardly keep up with it here at the Phil Taylor Jones Show. We were going to tell you about the killing in not Stuttgart, but what is the name of that? Nuremberg. There was a shooting over there that was possibly terror-linked. Bombing, excuse me.
12 injured.
How many?
12 injured Syrian asylum seeker blows himself outside of a wine bar.
Oh, okay. That was the one I just mentioned that tried to get into the festival with the backpack and didn't have a ticket. So, I mean, stuff just pops so fast. I get up this morning, I check things out, and then here's this shooting in Fort Myers. It's just crazy. The story that I originally wanted to bring to you was of this Pokemon Go craze that's going on, that's getting people killed. There are hackers in there that are luring people out to their death so that they can rob them and kill them. And get this, people near Central Park, there was a Pokemon sighting there, and people are just getting out of their cars, leaving them running into Central Park trying to find a Pokemon. Now, we're not talking about, little depredescent type cars. We're talking $70,000, $80,000, $90,000 Porsche Pan Americas, and people are getting out of high-level Mercedes Benzes, leaving the keys in, leaving them running. It's crazy. Just over some stupid game. And now people are even driving. There are a lot of law enforcement officers pulling people over right and left, breaking records every day of people playing Pokemon Go while they're driving. And yet, who do they blame? They blame the creator of Pokemon Go. Oh, he's causing all this problem. They're causing all this problem. No, stupid people themselves are causing the problem. When you get behind the wheel of a car, that should be priority one. Not playing some dumb game. And as far as people getting out of their cars and leaving them in the streets with the doors open and running, and should somebody come and drive away in your car, you can't go to the police and say, hey, somebody stole my car. If you left the keys in it, or if you left the key fob in it, or whatever, left it running with the door open, nobody stole your car, you gave it away. And hopefully you won't get it back if you're that stupid. What is going on in the minds of these people today? It's crazy. As far as what's going on with this terrorist thing, I hear from this Donald Trump fella that now he wants to ban people coming from, or there's a proposed ban. Oh, this guy. There's a proposed ban of French people and German people now. Listen, you doofball, you had it right the first way you had it, to just ban all muzzies from coming here. And now he's going through all these crazy routines, and it's just nuts. That's why leave that guy to his own devices. Leave him over there with the bitchery Clinton. And speaking of the bitchery Clinton, it's coming out. Boy, is it coming out. Let me just get back to this for a second. There are 20,000 emails that have surfaced. Let me just check this out here. Deborah Wasserman Schultz, has screwed up royally, and now she's been kicked out of the convention. She has subsequently resigned, and there were emails up in the big numbers. I can't seem to find it right here. I had it, but I lost it. Here it is. WikiLeaks leaked nearly 20,000 emails on Friday from top Democratic National Committee officials exchanged from January of 15 through May of 16. These emails, several of them released, show that although the DNC was supposed to remain neutral during the primary, officials grew increasingly agitated with sellout Bernie Sanders and his campaign, and this is when they started throwing in full steam ahead to get old bitchery, the bitch Clinton, that top spot. Now it's at the forefront, and there's a massive shakeup even before this Democratic convention starts. Things like building a gated wall around the convention center. Now, I thought that these Democrats were against walls. Remember how they jumped on this Trump fellow when he talked about building a wall to protect the country from those that might want to slither across the border. They're also requesting ID and full recognition of who the people are that are entering the convention. Again, when they kicked the Republicans when they wanted to request the same before a person voted or cast a ballot. So there's a lot of nasty going on with that Democratic convention. This sleazeball that the bitchery Clinton has picked as a running mate seemingly has strong ties to Islamic extremists. That's something to be watched. The guy just looks like a grease ball, just as does she. It's going to be very interesting. I know the Republicans laid a bomb last week, and I would, more than expected these Democrats to lay a major turd, stinking and flies swarming around it and everything. And we'll be bringing you that as well. But there's a lot of craziness going on in this world right now. And it makes you wonder, when will it end? Or will it ever end? Or is this a prelude to something even crazier? Well, I guess we're going to have to kind of keep our eyes peeled on that, because Lord knows we're in the thick of it. I think the exec has quite a few things to share with us this morning and a few numbers to crunch. So take it away, exec.
Yep, there's a lot of crazy stuff going on. It gets worse and worse every day, every week, every hour, every minute. Not totally off topic because it's not actually killing, but it's promoting killing, and it has to do with the Black Lives Matter movement. There has been a graffiti sprayed on a major LA freeway along Interstate 5 in Los Angeles. It says 3 words: kill more cops. Shows you how crazy stuff is. That was also not majorly terrorist activities, but just stuff you hear about everywhere. There's been 2 men shot and killed in an apartment complex by a high-powered rifle in Baldwin Hills. There was a woman in Arizona that died after a car-to-car shooting in Pomona, and upon looking that up, I found about 2 other ones, car-to-car shooting, people dying. It's just nuts. The whole world is really just going crazy and everything. Everybody just has to kill. Every time you said, every time we turn around, there's something new. We can't get a rest from posting these shows covering these unfortunate tragedies.
Something going on right now.
Yeah, it might be something we missed. These unfortunate tragedies, and it's a shame that all this stuff has to happen. Like I said in the last show, when will they get the message, Mr. Sigaloff, that these refugees, alleged refugees, are not good for their country? They're bad health for their country because all they love to do, because all I've seen in the news is bad stuff from them. I haven't seen them actually, saving someone's life or inviting someone to their home that they got for free or whatever they do for them. I haven't seen any kind of positivity, if that's even a word. Positiveness from refugees is always negative. It's always killing, and it supposedly has to stop. It should stop, but how is it going to? And they just love to kill. It's in their brains. It's, like you said in the last episode, they're hardwired to kill.
Hardwired to hate, hardwired to kill.
It's just too much going on, too much insanity, and it's a bunch of craziness. There's another episode we'll be doing soon that's got another bunch of craziness going on. I won't really, get into it because that'll be giving it away and it won't be a surprise, but there's a movie that was actually about it that really brings it to light and really opens your eyes about this subject, and we'll be getting that out to you soon. It's another part of craziness in this world, people going nuts and doing stupid things, and people are losing lives because of it. But that's about it, basically. Just too much killing, too much bloodshed in the streets instead of people saving people's lives or helping people or donating to good charities or any kind of stuff like that. Although I'm sure that's being done, it's not hardly in the news anymore. I used to say a long time ago before I came to Los Angeles, there's so much negative stuff, killing, people getting killed, and car crashes, car accidents, hit and runs, everything kind of bad stuff going on. There's never any kind of good news channel where there's just only good things happening. And something like that should be, it's too much negative stuff and killing overshadowed by the good things that are happening in this country, in this world. Well, that's about it for me.
Yeah, I look out there at the big, beautiful sky, although it's very filled with smoke. And having said that, there have been a couple of well-wishers on Google Plus was concerned about the exec and I being involved in this fire called the sand fire here in SoCal. Not too far from where we live, but it's far enough so that we're not in any imminent danger. But boy, is it billowing smoke. You can see the smoke, I don't know how high. They're saying 10,000, 12,000 feet high. And there has been ash that has been coming through our windows. And boy, when the wind shifts, it smells like a forest fire. But we're not in any kind of danger because they're like big foothills and things that are putting a natural barrier way between us and the fire. The fire is like 50 miles from where we actually live, and we're doing okay. So thank you for all those well wishes. But as I look at that smoke-filled sky out there, it is kind of beautiful with the wispy clouds and the blue skies, although they're kind of smoke-filled. But you have to wonder what's going to happen next. And living this life where you're always tired of waiting for the other shoe to drop, it can really weigh on a person's mind, and it can make you feel kind of depressed or downtrodden. But we try as human beings to try to maintain some air of joy and go on with our lives. But I mean, it's very disheartening to think that when it comes to your own government and your own politicians, the ones that you elected into place to be your custodial keepers to keep you safe, they fail epically to do that. And as I said before, I'm saying it again, and I'm going to keep saying it until we hit that magic day of November the 8th, as we consider those who are going to be in the future of protecting us, we better choose wisely, because you got two candidates right now that are really lousy, just lousy. I wouldn't trust either one of them with a dead cat. There is an alternative, Jill Stein. Now, I don't know what she's going to do, because she's still trying to beseech sellout Sanders to come to the Green Party, and she's even willing to step aside as the presumptive nominee and give him the reins, and she be the vice president, because he's got the following, he's got the numbers. But this poor, doddering old fool doesn't seem to get the message that you don't stay with people that stab you in the back. I mean, to hold your word is one thing, but they gave him their word that they would do what they were going to do and do right by all of the candidates, and they shafted the guy. So all bets are off. If I were him, I'd be easing on over to the Green Party and, make my stand there and maybe get to be the president. But something's got to happen somewhere. Again, Jill2016.com. Go there. Check her out. She's our candidate right now here at the Phil Taylor Jones Show. Unless something pops with Bernie Sanders, we'll have to wait. But Jill Stein is our person. And we are so hoping that while this Trump fella and bitchery Clinton are duking it out, that hopefully we can get Jill Stein in there and get her in the presidency and let them go somewhere else and duke it out. because they will be out and she will be in. We thank you for joining us for the Phil Taylor Jones Show, and we hope to see you again very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.